The child is burning with fever. His skin radiates heat into the cold night air, while his mother presses a damp cloth against his forehead inside a shelter made from animal hide and wet earth. Outside, wolves are calling to each other in the darkness. The fever has already lasted 3 days. No antibiotics, no hospitals, no certainty that morning will come. And yet, somehow, most humans throughout history survived worlds like this long enough to become us. Modern people often imagine the past as a place filled with immediate death, a brutal landscape where every scratch became fatal. But that is not what happened. If humans were truly that fragile, civilization would never have emerged. Instead, humanity survived for hundreds of thousands of years without modern medicine. The real question is not how medicine saves us. It is why humans were able to survive without it for so long. Long before pharmacies or surgery, the human body evolved inside an environment saturated with danger. Parasites lived in rivers. Bacteria spread through wounds. Childbirth regularly killed women in their 20s. A single infected tooth could become a death sentence. But the greatest threat was not disease itself. It was time. Illness moved slowly enough for fear to grow around it. People watched death approach from far away. That changed human psychology forever, because when suffering becomes unavoidable, the mind begins searching for meaning. This may be where medicine truly began, not in science, but in terror. Early humans were extraordinary observers. Their survival depended on noticing microscopic changes in weather, animal behavior, water color, and body temperature. Observation was not intellectual curiosity. It was life support. Researchers studying hunter-gatherer societies discovered astonishingly detailed medical knowledge, hundreds of plants, roots, and fungi transmitted orally across generations. Some plants reduced pain, some lowered fever, others stopped diarrhea or induced vomiting to expel toxins before they spread. Someone had to discover all of this experimentally. Someone had to eat the wrong leaf. Someone had to survive the poison. Someone had to watch carefully enough to remember. Ancient medicine was built on accumulated suffering. Millions of invisible trials conducted across thousands of years. The immune system is not designed to create comfort. It is designed to wage war. Fever feels horrible because the body deliberately increases internal temperature to slow invading organisms. Inflammation causes pain because immune cells flood damaged tissue like soldiers entering a battlefield. Many symptoms people fear are not signs of failure. They are evidence that the body is fighting. Evolution never promised efficiency, only survival long enough to reproduce. Ancient skeletons reveal bones containing healed fractures so severe they should have been fatal. Crushed legs, broken skulls, missing limbs. Some individuals survived for years after catastrophic injuries, which reveals something modern culture often forgets. Humans did not survive alone. A lone person with fever cannot hunt. A woman recovering from childbirth cannot gather food. Without cooperation, humanity disappears almost immediately. Researchers studying ancient burial sites discovered individuals with severe disabilities who survived decades beyond the point where self-sufficiency would have been possible. Someone carried them, someone fed them. Caregiving may have been one of humanity's first survival technologies, not medicine in the modern sense. Something older, compassion. Civilization may not have begun when humans invented tools. It may have begun the moment one human decided another was worth saving. The rise of agriculture changed everything. Humans began settling permanently. Villages became cities. Animals lived beside humans. Waste accumulated near drinking water. Disease found civilization and realized it could stay. tuberculosis, smallpox, cholera, plague. Entire cities died without understanding why, and yet some treatments accidentally worked. A mold growing on bread occasionally reduced infection. Willow bark reduced fever because it contained compounds related to aspirin. Isolation rituals sometimes functioned like accidental quarantine. Humanity often survived not through knowledge, but through partial knowledge mixed with luck. Then something extraordinary happened. In the 19th century, scientists began realizing that microscopic organisms, not curses, not evil air, were causing disease. Suddenly, suffering had mechanism, and mechanisms can be interrupted. Antiseptics reduced surgical death. Vaccines trained immune systems before infection arrived. Antibiotics turned once fatal wounds into manageable injuries. For the first time, humans began gaining power over diseases that had terrorized civilizations for thousands of years. But this created an illusion. Modern people slowly forgot what life without medicine felt like. Today, an infected cut is usually an inconvenience. A fever becomes a pharmacy visit. Water arrives already purified. Modern medicine became so successful that humans lost psychological contact with the biological brutality surrounding our ancestors constantly. But the ancient world never disappeared. It merely moved farther from sight. Because underneath every hospital, every antibiotic, every vaccine, the original human body is still there. The same vulnerable organism shaped by evolution in a world of parasites, starvation, and infection. A pandemic spreads, hospitals overload, fear returns faster than expected. Suddenly humanity remembers something ancient. We were never separate from nature, only temporarily protected from parts of it. The child with fever eventually falls asleep. His mother remains awake beside him through the night, listening carefully to his breathing, because she knows something modern people rarely think about anymore. Mourning is never guaranteed. For most of human existence, survival existed on a narrow edge between recovery and catastrophe. No certainty, no control, no rescue arriving from outside, only fragile bodies learning, adapting, and carrying knowledge forward generation after generation. Medicine did not appear suddenly inside laboratories. It emerged slowly from millions of frightened people trying desperately to keep each other alive. Even now, beneath the machines and chemistry and scientific precision, modern medicine still carries the emotional structure of its ancient origins. One human being sitting beside another in the dark, hoping morning comes.